Let's go back to 2016 really quickly. Bruce Springsteen canceled just 2 days before his concert at the Greensboro Coliseum.
The first and second round games of the men's NCAA basketball tournament pulled from Greensboro.
Then PayPal called off plans to bring 400 jobs to North Carolina, all fallout from House Bill 2, that state law that required people to use public bathrooms matching the sex on their birth certificate.
The controversial law was repealed in 2017, but the effects still linger. WFMY News 2's Jessica Winters learned about some visiting athletes who aren't allowed to stay in Greensboro because of a travel ban.
The Division III NCAA Swimming Championship starts in less than 2 weeks at the Greensboro Aquatic Center, so we'll have hundreds of athletes here from out of town, but 13 of them won't even be able to stay in our state. And that's because swimmers from several State University of New York colleges, SUNY for short, will have to get hotel rooms in Virginia and commute back and forth 2 hours to the meet in Greensboro every single day. Why? This all goes back to HB 2. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo called the so-called bathroom bill discriminatory. So he signed an executive order back in 2016 banning non-essential travel funded travel to North Carolina, and here we are 3 years later. That travel ban is still in effect even though HB 2 was repealed and replaced. Some advocacy groups say the replacement law doesn't go far enough to protect the LGBTQ community from discrimination. So I reached out to SUNY Geneseo to see how their swim team will be handling all of this, and they had this to say. The logistics of attending the meet will be challenging, but the college supports the executive order that protects the rights of the transgender community. New York's governor is not budging on the travel ban despite requests made today by the swim team and also lawmakers for an exception.
This is really an issue of putting the politics aside, doing the right thing, changing or rescinding the executive order to allow these students to go to North Carolina and compete and represent New York State.
The championship meet is March 20th through the 23rd in Greensboro. SUNY tells me they don't know exactly where the swimmers will be staying in Virginia just yet because they're still finalizing their plans.
House Bill 2 was repealed in March of 2017. It was replaced by HB 142. That law got rid of the bathroom rule, but it placed restrictions on local governments. North Carolina towns, cities, and counties cannot enact new non-discrimination ordinances until 2020. Governor Roy Cooper called HB 142 a compromise, while civil rights activists say it doesn't protect the LGBTQ community from discrimination.